People keep thinking that balancing your electrolytes or hydrating the cells is about drinking more water. But actually, that way of thinking can harm you on these snake, lion, ketogenic, and carnivore diets. And I'm going to go into how to fix this problem. Welcome everyone to my very humble channel. Yes, our lifestyle where I went from living in Hollywood, California to a camper in Tennessee on property with nothing. And now I'm gaining everything. So my house soon will be finished. And I will do more lifestyle vlogs on that bit before I lose my thought. Let's talk about friggin' hydration. It is the number one problem on anything where that's low carb, keto, carnivore, snake, lion, fasting, doesn't matter. You guys are not getting enough of your electrolytes from your food. And dare I say that you're either drinking too little water or too much water. Most of you don't know actually how much water you as an individual need to be drinking. You're developing things like high uric acid levels, kidney problems, low blood pressure. Blood sugar freaking freaks out when your sodium is diluted from too much water. People keep thinking that to become hydrated, they're like, I'm drinking water all the time. I don't understand why my GFR is low. And that's your kidney filtration rate. People don't understand why their blood pressure is low. And if you haven't checked your blood pressure, and if you've done these diets for a while and you're not watching your electrolyte minerals, it's going to be low. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be low. And if you have cortisol and high blood sugar, it's probably high. So you're either going to be high blood pressure or low blood pressure. But typically, if you've never had blood pressure problems before, you'll develop them on keto, carnivore, low carb, high fat, snake, and lion. And the reason why I'm including all these stupid diets, sorry, I shouldn't call them that, but because so many people are doing all these weird versions and fasting. You cannot eat one meal a day or fast or eat a bunch of meat and balance your electrolytes. Meat does not have steak, ribeyes, I don't care. Doesn't have enough potassium when you're hemorrhaging potassium and sodium. Then people drink too much water and then they dilute the sodium in their blood and the freaking potassium and a little bit of the magnesium. So they just keep drinking more and more water, and it just completely exacerbates the problem of more dehydration. Then you develop symptoms like, is it hyponatremia, I think it's called, where people are having heart palps, nausea, diarrhea on these diets. Do gurus talk about this? No, they either don't know about it or they have symptoms and can't recognize it, because I did this keto for 5 years before I started noticing how much my potassium was offset. Because I didn't know what to look for. And if you believe that you can get all your electrolytes from meat and then you start feeling a little off, you're not going to put the pieces together. I don't care if you got a MD, a PhD, I don't care what you have. If you don't know, you don't know. I learned this by personal experience because I've done this stuff for over 17 years. And then all the people that I've worked with over the years. That's how you learn. Not from these subjective studies or doctors that don't even learn any of this while they're going to medical school. So be careful when you're like, what's your education? Okay. So what do? Because people are dumping too much salt, that'll push down their potassium, and then they still have their electrolytes out of whack and still feel dehydrated. And then they start drinking more water, and then they'll dilute the sodium, or they'll dilute more of the potassium, and then they'll add more salt. And then people start having swelling of the legs, or their uric acid levels skyrocket, and they start to see foamy urine and back pain from not balancing their electrolytes. But typically what I see is too little water or too much water. It's not that people should be drinking between 64 and 84 ounces of water a day, unless you're a tall guy and you're super tall and it's the middle of summer and you're sweating your bullocks off. You might go up to a gallon, but that's very, very, very rare, because again, if you drink too much water, dilute the sodium, you dominate in potassium, and your electrolytes are whacked, and you have facial twitching, muscle spasm, vertigo. These are some of the symptoms of just constantly dumping water or diluting the minerals. Another thing is that you guys have leaky gut. And when you have leaky gut, you don't absorb your minerals very well. So you continue to keep drinking more water and diluting the sodium. You have to work on your gut, because people will take potassium supplements. They're like, I still feel like crap. I'm like, you're not absorbing the stuff. Your gut is still jacked up. Your cortisol is still too high. You need to go to bed early. You need to get that cortisol down. You need to get off the coffee and the caffeinated teas and the chocolate and anything that's a diuretic. Get off of it. Get off the caffeine. Go to bed early. Eat every couple of hours. Don't fast, because you need to get minerals in all day long. And every time you eat meat, you're getting in a little bit of sodium and potassium all day long. And not just putting a powdered drink together, some garbage company, and drinking that all day long. That's not going to do it, because those companies use mostly sodium. And now you're taking in too much sodium, which is diluting things. So be very, very careful, because one thing I see is too high salt and too little or too much water. You can't do a tablespoon of salt. It's got to be around a teaspoon per person. A little over, maybe a little under, but not a tablespoon, not 3 teaspoons of salt. You guys are now having too much salt, and that's just slamming down your potassium. And then you're thirsty, and you have heart palpitations, and you feel like crap, and blood sugar is like bouncing like a big basketball, and you can't get into ketosis. I know. Balancing your electrolytes, the sodium, potassium, magnesium. Today wasn't about potassium. That's the big one. Now, magnesium, people keep taking L-threonate. That is for headaches and migraines. It's not the best to hydrate the cells. It's first going to be your glycinate, and then it's going to be your citrate. But, that gives you diarrhea. So let's go for the glycinate. You can do a transdermal chloride. That's good. But orally, it's hard on your kidneys and liver, so don't do that. Glycinate. And if you have leg cramps at night, put some chloride lotion or spray on your skin, and don't orally take it. That goes the same for potassium. Chloride also is very problematic. I hope this helps. This is just a quick video, and now I got to edit it and get back to work, because I'm building a house, I'm building a barn, building a cottage for my mom. I just took over taking care of her dog, which is deaf, blind, no teeth, almost 17, has halitosis, because this woman was watching my mom, because, she's in a nursing facility because she took the JAG, and it gave her a brain clot, and also, what else? Oh, yes, it made her, something went wrong with her central nervous system. But I'm moving her in with me soon, and I am working my butt off to do it all. It's like when you think you're so busy, and then you become even more so busy. It's like I wanted to do my 30-day challenge a long time ago, but as soon as all these structures are done, which is soon, because the barn's almost done, the main house is almost done, and we're about to put the footing and the block work down and the concrete for the third build. Comment below if you've had electrolyte issues, if you drink too much water, don't know how much water to drink. And no, you cannot drink bubble water. That will dehydrate you. Tea, coffee, is the worst for low carb diets. I need to do a whole video on that subject. People are like, what do I drink? I'm like, water. Can I drink decaf coffee? No. Can I drink these matcha teas? No. Water. It's a natural source of hydration that people keep forgetting about. Bizarro. Comment below, share this content, this stuff, because most people don't know that I exist, and I've been around probably much longer than most of these people. Comment below, share this stuff, and yeah, tell me how your electrolytes are going. Are you even aware that you could have low blood pressure, high blood pressure, heart palpitations? It's a thing. My Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic. My Facebook fan page is Stephanie the Business Person. My website is stephanieperson.com if you need to have a consultation with me and talk one-on-one about anything that you're experiencing far beyond the diets, not just macros, but PCOS, fibromyalgia, low testosterone. Should you be taking supplements? What about your thyroid? What about your adrenals? What about your sleep? What about your skin? What about fertility? Burning body fat? Yeah, building muscle, anti-aging. And I'm out because my ass is 57, on my way to 58. I can't wait to turn 60. Super excited. Keep the muscles going. Keep the lean body mass going without the HRTs and the TRT, because that's a whole nother cluster fluck of a mess to take those things. Even though doctors are saying, no, it's so heart healthy. Women are... Come on now. No, we did not survive as a millennia as humans on all these little cocktails and creams and pills and thyroid and HRTs. And I thought that women were supposed to outlive men. I know, they keep making up stuff. And I'm out. Peace.